All right, cool.
How do we do this again?
Oh no, we're live. Fuck.
Well, that was quick.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Hold on. This will be edited out.
Fuck it. Captain, you ready? Captain.
What the? I guess I'm the captain now. Proceed.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land? How are you tonight?
Hello, my darlings.
Hold on. Monster, you are muted, dude.
Oh, fuck it.
Say hi.
Can you tell we're rusty?
Been a couple weeks.
Yeah. Had to do a little life business, you know? But welcome
Life
back.
happens.
Welcome back. Life does happen, you know? Like sometimes, you know, when you're like in mid-flower, you gotta go do some shit you don't want to do. Unexpected time away from the garden, unexpected time away from things you want to do for things you have to do. It's the old obligations versus desires.
Yeah.
Sort of
Damn
thing,
those
you know?
responsibilities.
Yeah.
Adulting sucks.
Ah, man, it does. But, you know, glad we could all make it for our once a week little routine. And thanks to everyone joining us live. As always, we appreciate it. What's up? Buds, Ohio, Chi-Town, Phil, Matt, Frosty the Grow Man, Smoke Ring, Nicholas. Man, we
Hello,
got a
chat.
lively chat tonight.
We're glad to have you guys here.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. So, I gotta ask, G3, is your tolerance break finally?
I mean, it wasn't a tolerance
Well, I know,
break. It was a
but
smoking break. It was a
started out as a
combustion
tolerance
break.
break,
It did. So it was the longest fucking tolerance break in the history of the world. Like unintentional tolerance break. Because I took an actual tolerance break and then I got sick for a ridiculously long amount of time. And then I had bronchitis for a really long time after that. And I still have bronchitis now. It's almost completely gone. Thank the goddess. It's just been crazy. So I've been using edibles, and then recently I've been adding vaping into it. And just today, I'm like testing the waters again with flower. And
Ooh.
so far, so good. We're
Have you,
okay.
just throwing this out there, have you happened to have your house tested for mold?
I mean, it literally is from the pneumonia. Like I've seen a doctor about it, but
Okay.
that is a good point. I probably
Very good
should
point.
anyway, just to like be on the safe side and know. But
Pneumonia is like a bitch. I've had it a couple times, and it is a long
yeah,
road to recovery. So
yeah, it's
that
just
all makes
the
sense.
bronchitis from the pneumonia. So we're
Well,
still like within normal threshold. But that being said, knowing if your house has mold or not is highly important. So it's
Yeah,
probably a good idea for me to get my house tested regardless.
real quick, Monster, do me a favor and
mm,
check your mic settings. Make sure
God
your
fucking
mic
damn it!
is on.
I
I,
swear to
I
God,
Wrong
have a
mic,
feeling I can hear it.
I'm gonna
muted.
cut somebody. No, it's on. It's
Is it?
on.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh
How's
Bring
yeah.
that
that
better?
bring that sucker closer to your face then. All right, there we go. I want to see a deep throat in that.
There you go. Somebody make a fucking
All
meme
right.
out of that.
So I'm glad you are smoking again, G3. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
It's
a long break.
actually, and I'm glad to be back with flower because I got to the point where my tolerance is like scary low. Like I can't hang anymore. I have like one hit and I'm like, okay, I'm high. It's obnoxious. I don't like it like this. I didn't like it when it was too high and I don't like it this low. I need like the happy medium.
All right, there,
So I'm
Goldilocks.
working to get there. God damn it, if I'm gonna be high, it better be the high I want.
Yeah,
You don't want to be
I
too
hear you.
high.
I hear you. You take like a big bong rip. You don't want to be like,
Right.
feeling bugs crawling under your skin and stuff like that.
Right. I mean, I used to be able to like, smoke J after J after J, and I didn't even feel high. And now I'm like, I can't even roll a J because it would be pointless. It would be a waste because I can take one hit and be like, that's it, I'm done.
That's so funny. You'll get back. It's like
I'm like training, back into
you'll
training.
get back to the.
Training.
I feel like your tolerance like
I
comes
needed this
back
laugh.
strong, like faster than it develops in the first place. You know what I
I
mean?
hope so. I keep
Well,
having to
So
like step away from it.
they,
So
they say that about like drug addiction, and I ain't comparing weed to drug addiction, but what I'm saying is like, say somebody had like a nasty coke habit, right? And they stopped doing it for whatever, like 20 years, and then they like just do like a line or whatever. More times than not, the progression never stops. It's like they never stopped, and they just go right back to it. So
like if when the relapse happens, they just go right back to the old
yeah,
consumption habits.
yeah, you'll get there again.
Yeah.
We're, we're,
You'll
I
get
just
back
gotta
to
build it
your
back
old
up.
game in no time, G3.
I hope so. I feel like such a chump right now.
You'll be doing massive lines, snow piles, with the best of them.
well,
Yep.
I
Lines
think
of teeth.
that leads into
Oh
a good
wait,
transition.
wrong
G3.
addiction.
What are you smoking on?
So I have all of this really amazing flower that I want to smoke, but I can't smoke it on the show yet because I don't know how it'll affect me. And until I know that, like, there's no way I'm just bringing untested weed into the show. But I have some stuff from Alabrije waiting, or not Alabrije. I have some stuff from Joint waiting. I have some stuff from Planetera waiting. I have all of this really great stuff. But instead, I just went back to blueberry muffins because I know how she's going to act. I know what it's going to feel like, and I know that it's not going to make me an idiot.
Is that a Humboldt strain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those covenant ones everybody seems to like.
It's
I hear
lovely.
about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of.
Hey,
feels
Hunter,
really
I'm doing a
nice.
podcast here, bud. He's like singing in the hallway, like it's no.
Oh, I love kids.
Bring him in. He can sing to us. That
Yeah,
would be
no,
entertaining.
he would love that, honestly. But no.
It's funny. So wait, what you got? What blueberry muffin? And I
Muffin.
gotta ask, does it really taste like muffins
Yeah.
too? Like and blueberry? I mean, obviously
Yeah.
blueberry, but like muffin too.
1,000%, yes. It's
Yeah.
very impressive. Like
That's
it
cool.
smells so blueberry when you open the jar. So it like smacks you in the face.
Yeah, but
Beautiful.
muffins.
And it does. It has like this bakery type
Okay, all right.
fluffiness to I don't know how to explain it. It's like it really is muffins though.
All right, that's what's up. Because I mean, just saying, blueberry muffins are the best muffins.
Yeah. And kind of like
It's
your
not even
you remember
close.
you said your
No, it's not.
Ramscotti makes you
No.
feel like cozy and warm
Yeah.
and like like nestled. Like that's exactly what this does to me. It makes me feel cozy.
Okay.
It's a great feeling to get from smoking herb. I gotta say. So
Yeah.
I can see why you like it.
Yes. Amazing. Love it.
But
So hopefully next
abstain
week.
for a little tonight. I mean, like 1 or 2 puffs, but I don't want you getting too spaced out tonight.
No, I
G3.
I smoked before the show to like get to a good place.
All
And
right.
now I'm just gonna coast for a little while. At the end, if you guys start getting really boring, maybe I'll smoke up something I have around here. But yep. Slowly back on the road to recovery.
Control. What about you, Monster? What you got, man?
You guys like them nasty, funky, rotten meat terps, right?
No.
Hell yeah, I do.
Smoking on
You
some
know I
stuff
do.
called fucking pubic crabs, man.
What the
No way.
No, I'm just fuck. I just wanted to see what you'd say.
Jesus.
I'm smoking on some pure Michigan.
Ah,
There's some
yep.
some truck stop terps right
Yeah.
there, man. Don't even. You don't
Oh,
want
pubic
none
crabs,
of those.
man. It's fucking brutal.
Ugh.
Like, jeez.
You know, I wouldn't be
I think
surprised,
that's
honestly.
it's that cannabinoid called like
Somebody needs to make that strain now.
gonorrhea.
No, they really don't.
Gonorrhea.
Kind of what? Oh, is that the terpene?
Yeah, it's a terpene.
There is the
Gonorrhea.
terpene copper,
Don't tell me there's a terpene.
copperphene, which is actually like the feces terpene. Yeah.
Ooh.
Shit
Oh,
terpene.
like what are they? The coprolite?
Yeah.
Is that prominent in cannabis at all?
It exists in cannabis, but not in large amounts, and it's rare to find.
Coproline. Jeez.
Yeah. I can't. I'll come back with the actual pronunciation of it, but there is one. I just
Alright,
can't
okay.
remember what the hell it's called.
Because I mean,
One day.
I've like
On terp school.
you get some. You've had some. I've seen some stuff that kind of smells like baby shitty, like grossy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be in there. I mean, so really, what do you got, man? What do you got?
Pure Michigan.
Here in Michigan.
Ah, okay. Which is, it's one of those
Yeah.
nasty
That's
ones.
what made me think about it. I'm just being silly.
Word. Yeah, dude.
Trying to let loose.
It's one of your standbys. Like that's, if I had a nickel for every time I heard you say you were smoking pure Michigan.
Oh, it's honestly, this stuff kind of fucks me up, but I need it. It's been a rough few days. I'm glad that we're doing the show. As I said before, this is like therapy for me. I look forward to doing the show every week, so glad we're all here in front of the fucking mic,
Amen.
making this shit happen.
Kumbaya.
Well, on the same
Right.
wavelength, man, great minds and all that stuff. Man, I love my meat terps. And since I'm down to like a pitiful amount of my Ramscotti #1 until I can, we'll talk about the mother that I got. She's still going strong, but I have very little left. So I'm enjoying, I got a couple jars of this Black Lung #1. I don't know if I've talked about it quite as much as I should have. So this was the keeper if I didn't have the Ramscotti #1. This was
Was the
definitely
lineage?
the keeper.
Wait, is her actual name Black Lung #1, or was it Black Lung and that's your #1?
Correct. Yep.
Great question, G3.
Correct. So it's Black Lung is the name of the varietal from Romulan genetics. I grew 2 of them. This was my #1. And the lineage was Romulan crossed with Mendo breath. One of those nasty
Mendo breath is just—it's one of those hype strains that lives up to the hype, as far as I'm concerned. If you can get a hold of some real
Absolutely,
deal
man.
Mendo breath, absolutely, it's fucking phenomenal.
And it gives that. It's all those umami terps. Like I mean, if you really like, if you do, one of those strainly searches where it shows like all the like offspring even of like a
Hmm.
certain strain, not just like the lineage, but like any crosses that were made with them. Like there's so much made from Mendo breath because it adds that stank, that like there's a certain funk. It's not like GMO funk. It's not that like garlicky kind of thing. It is distinctly meaty.
Yeah.
And like you might not think you like a G3, but I'm telling you. So listen to
I would
what
think in the right ratios it might work. But it would have to like it can't be gross meat. It has to be nice meat.
Well, in the past,
it
like
is.
like let's just say smoking with friends, exchanging bud, whatever, however you acquired it. Have you ever come across like a strain or whatever that you were just grossed out by?
Oh, plenty.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair
there's
enough.
ones that I'm just there have been a couple less maybe two that
Did
I
you
just
smoke them?
refused to smoke them because they
Okay.
were just so gross.
All right.
I was
Well,
like, nope,
Well,
don't want it, don't need it.
again,
Goodbye.
I think you would dig this. Listen to what I was privileged enough to meet. Long time friend on IG over our little break. We got to meet up in real life. One of the rare times that happens. And we shared some of our homegrown. It was beautiful, really, truly like one of those like meet your heroes and they live up to what you thought they'd be kind of situations. What a cool guy, right? So listen to what he had to say about it, though. He says, smells like an amazing ribeye steak, perfectly grown and an amazing smoke. I love my candy and tropical terps, but I've described it as a satisfying steak after binging Halloween candy for days.
That's an excellent description. It's very vivid.
Right? Like
I could be
it's
convinced, but
sometimes in a world of fruit and gas and like candy terps and mango, and like don't get me wrong, love a good mango, but man, sometimes you just need a ribeye.
I guess. I
It's
don't
just
know.
a
It's like there's
satisfying thing. I don't
savory
know.
strains, and then meat terps are just like a step above in the savory strains category. Those would go either. I don't even know if they've gone really right because I haven't experienced a ton of them in my life, but they can go really wrong really fast.
side note, ribeye, the best cut. I'll die on that hill.
Do love a good ribeye, man. It's got to be prime.
Yeah, you don't
I
want none of
don't
that
mess with the
shit.
choice ribeye, but like, I will say New York strip
New York strip's good.
is also very very good.
Yep.
T-bone, see, T-bone I just don't mess with. You get more bone than you get steak. Even a porterhouse.
Well, you get a little bit of the ribeye with the porterhouse.
You get what? It's a ribeye on one side and fillet on the other, right? Or no, it's strip on one side, fillet on the other.
I just like the ribeye personally. Like if I go out to eat and I get a steak, that's what I'm getting.
Hell yeah. I mean, and anyone that,
Or prime rib, which can't go wrong with prime rib either if it's done right.
yeah, a little
But
au
that's not really
jus on there.
steak. It's
Man,
beef.
making me fucking hungry, dude.
Yeah.
There you go. Matt Fratt says Delmonico. Now, you're getting, semantics. That's just a
That's
type
another
of
word for ribeye.
ribeye.
Yeah.
but I agree, man. Ribeyes are the steak lover's steak. And listen, like if you like Montreal steak seasoning,
Dude, you can't go wrong with Montreal steak seasoning.
no,
It's pretty straightforward. Right out of the fucking shaker, just throw that bitch on. You know what I mean?
hell yeah. Not the only damn good thing that ever came out of Montreal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably plenty of other good stuff like poutine or something.
Yeah, like a couple thousand of our listeners.
I'm just kidding, guys. But this is so it has that. It smells like that char grilled Montreal steak seasoning. Like it has something unique about it. Yeah, I know I'm gonna regret not keeping this one too, but I'm confident. I'm confident I could find it again.
Wait, did you not keep that one? Which
No,
ones did
I
you
didn't.
keep?
I only kept one. There could only
Wasn't
be
that the
one.
number one?
And I kept Ram Scotty because that one, like, listen,
Ah.
in like any other tent, this one was the winner, clear cut. It was just at
I thought you were keeping one of each strain and you grew multiple of
no.
each one.
There could only be one.
I think there was maybe some talk about that in the beginning, but I mean, it's only a little, only got so much room.
If it was better
That's
than the
all,
Rum
yeah.
Scotty, you would have smoked all of the black lung first. So you
That's
made the right choice.
kind of how I was looking at it. I just couldn't stop once I started in on that stuff, and both are great though. Like I've really enjoyed this latest harvest, and so much so that I'm tearing through it like way quicker than I thought I would.
Like, do you mean like you think you're in danger of running out of weed?
What I am saying, no, I don't think that'll ever happen. Like I said, I'm Rockefeller weed rich. I'll just find like a stash in the dresser somewhere like that. I just like Uncle Irving put that away for us for a rainy day. Don't worry. We'll never be like those pores ever again.
Those pores.
You weed peasants with your no weed.
But I'm going through it like because I'm just enjoying the hell out of it, and I'm flying through this stuff. So like I got to step on the gas here with this grow along. I got 6 seedlings. I don't know about you guys.
Which ones did you have? Which ones?
All right, so I got 3 grape juice and 3 cherry banana bomb.
Grape
Oh,
juice
the
was one of the
cherry.
ones that
I
was
think
slept
that's
on.
I don't see how it was that Gonzo grape crossed with the BBOJ number 4.
Yeah, I don't just one of those things, and then Gangsta Grape was slept on too. I mean, I'm
I
not
think I might
saying
be popping one of those.
there wasn't anybody that's not popping, but like as far as, I mean, I kind of feel like the ones we all decided that we're gonna grow are the ones that the most people picked. I fucking fucked up hot on mine.
Yeah, me too.
I popped 18 and killed 15 of them.
How'd you do that?
Forgot to water.
Oh,
You had them in
plants, they need
solo
water.
cups, and you just
No, and just in cubes, and like I had a tooth extracted. I got, I'm not even gonna get into
man.
it. A ton of
Life
other shit
happens.
going on, and it was that moment when you realized you fucked up, right? So I had woken up. I get up at the same time every morning, fucking 4 a.m. Alarm goes off. I look at my phone and I just said, "Fuck." I even woke my wife up and we got into a little tiff about it because I screamed "fuck" at 4 o'clock in the morning. I go upstairs, I look, and they're all wilted over except for these 3 fucking seedlings, dude. And you would think that they would show some sign of like, hey, I'm fucked here, right? And just made it. No, they were standing fucking tall.
That's some joint level testing right there.
wow.
They were standing real fucking tall. And I just said, all right, so let's do this. And they're in half-gallon pots right now. Maybe if I feel like it, I'll get up in a few minutes and grab one and show you. But they're doing well. Got a couple of nodes on them. I'm hoping that at least one of those is female. I mean, generally speaking, with joints ratio.
You don't need many to
Is it the
to
gangster
get a
grape?
feed.
No, it's the Hubba Bubba grape. So
Okay.
I had more beans. I did debate on whether or not to pop some more, but I decided against it. We're gonna roll with these 3 now. If it turns out that they're all fucking males, that's gonna suck. I'll have to start late. It's not like I'm actually involved in the prizes anyway. I'm really just doing this for fun. So either way, the three I have are fucking rocking it, and I'm doing something a little new. Um, I decided to go with an organic nutrient called Blue Gold.
Nice.
You've probably seen a little rumblings on it from Build a Soil. You can buy it from them, but they just fucking tax you, of course. Let's see. Actually, I have the bottle right here. No, that's the kill line. So this is the flower, but it's the same. Good stuff. It is called Blue Gold Fusion Compost Super Concentrate Fertilizer. So it's basically
Is
like,
that the stuff from like Eden or
yep,
something?
yeah, yep.
Does it go into your res?
It can, yep, and it will. Um, I look. I've said it before. I was talking about it a while back. I'd love to grow organic. I don't care what any of you guys say. It is not fucking easier than mixing a bag of salts. It's just there's a lot of work involved. And if I'm gonna do organics with my lifestyle, it's got to be easy. And I think that this stuff is fucking easy. It's a one part nutrient. I mean, it don't get much easier than that, right? I'm getting a feel for how much I need to achieve the EC that I want, and I have my doubts and skepticism, right? Like, am I going to be able to push this enough to give me enough calcium? It is 9% calcium, right? I don't like the fuckery of adding CalMag. They have a CalMag. I did pick it up. I haven't used it yet. I'm kind of reading the plants, seeing how they're doing, and they seem to be liking it around 1.5 EC, and sitting at like 6.0 pH in cocoa. They told me, right? They sent me like a bunch of literature or whatever, and they asked me what medium I was using. I said cocoa, and they says, "Oh wow, I don't think we've had anybody use this with cocoa." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to use it as a standalone nutrient. What do you think?" And we went back and forth a little bit. They gave me a few pointers. Basically,
So
make sure you flush your cocoa first, which obviously I do anyway. Things like that.
is
And
this a liquid nutrient
it is.
that you have? Okay.
It is.
Do you know if it's
And it
like
stinks.
I bet you know the stank brings the dank
Yeah.
as we like to say. But do you know if it's is it like an immediately available like chelated type of organic product
I
or
don't believe
is
so.
it
I don't believe
something
so.
that the plant needs to digest?
I think that there's a little bit of both going on. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. I wouldn't try to bullshit you.
Yeah,
It
no
just
worries.
seems to have a lot of good shit in it. I can't really see without my real glasses on because I'm fucking getting old. And the label's pretty fucking small.
I'm trying to find it on their website, but they got a lot of I
So,
mean, yeah, this looks like actual agriculture, nutrients. Like this is stuff that you'd buy for like a huge like a
so
farm,
the
I
stuff I'm
imagine,
using
if
is
you were
called
using it.
it's Blue Gold Fusion Compost Fertilizer. Um, they have a veg blend and a flower blend. I'll you know what? Is
Veg
that-
blend. You said it was on Build a Soil, right?
Yeah, probably. So can you see that?
Mm,
Let's
I
get rid of this
can
fucking
Except
thing.
if
for
we
the
get our
overlay.
thing
Yeah.
out of the way here.
All right.
But
So this is it right here. It's a fertilizer paste, is what they're saying. So
fertilizer paste.
yeah,
Hey.
it's formulated only from NOP compliant guanos, worm castings, amino acids, secondary micro and mineral sources, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's pretty boring to sit here and read all this. Plant saponins, carbohydrates, all natural
All right.
NPK, water soluble paste to trade secret manufactured without high heat, acids, or solvents, blah, 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 blah. It's an organic army listed product. and the price is right. That's the other thing with organics. Like an organic standalone nutrient is one of the things that's held me back from using them. They're really expensive. I tried Foop. I did a run with Foop. It was great. I loved it. It stunk a lot, even with the shit they had to make it not smell. Too expensive though. I wouldn't buy it again to use it. Right. This, however, now they don't. The thing doesn't come full. It's like it needs room to expand because it's like alive, right? Kind of similar to Photo Plus. But I mean, I think I can use this cost effectively.
All right. So it's a paste, like a
Like
concentrate.
Marmite?
I'm trying to picture like when you use it, right? Uh, um, when
Picture
you
like molasses. It's like very. It's just a little smoother,
so
maybe.
do you like mix that paste up with like a little bit of warm water and
No,
then
I
like
just mix
get
it in
that?
water and stir it up.
All right, all
It
right.
mixes really
Gotcha.
well.
It
Yep.
mixes very easily. All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, and then just it solubilizes, and you water that in, or you say you're putting this in your reservoir.
Well, I don't. The I'm hand feeding right now. The reservoir's not set up. The plants are just they're tiny. They're probably ready for that right about now. I just haven't done it. But I do plan on putting in a reservoir. There's actually instructions on here for DWC. So if it can run DWC, I see no reason why you can't grow with it in cocoa.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Well, I that should be a fun experiment, man. Excited to see you tinker with the organics.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm kind of excited. My main concern is being able to push the plants the way I want, right, without burning them, because you're going to need a lot of calcium, right? So I'm going to have to read the plants and dial it in. And you know my opinions on CalMag. I don't think you need it, generally speaking. If your base nutrients have enough, don't fuck with it. You're just
Yeah.
going to end up fucking your ratios up and doing more harm than good more times than not. So I don't want to fall into that trap. We'll see if I have to. I had before. I used Mega Crop for a long time. Had to use CalMag with that. I grew fine with it. There's gonna be some dialing. I don't give a fuck how long you've been growing. It takes some time to learn the weapon, learn the tool.
It does. It does. There's always a learning curve when you know, you're changing disciplines essentially. You're going from like, when as a grower, it's like switching from like you remember that Monty Python sketch where it was like the banker goes in and he's like, I want a new job. I'm gonna be a lion tamer. And he's like, well, maybe you shouldn't make that quite of a leap. But it really is like going from being a banker to a lion tamer.
Well, hell, every plant is different. You kind of have to change your game up and listen to every plant alone. Changing an entire style is an undertaking.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
significant.
and I mean, might be a better analogy than I thought. Like growing organically is kind of like trying to tame lions. You're especially if you're growing a bunch of different plants, you're using a one part organic nutrient too. Like that is a tricky one, sir. You know?
Yeah, it should be a little tricky in the beginning because I have some other plants that I've been keeping alive with it before those were really ready for like a full feeding. And they seem to be doing right, but now they're hungry, right? I wasn't giving them enough. So it's good that I had those, mother plants to kind of just fuck around with. And at first they were loving it. Like, everything was great, hunky dory, but they got hungry quick, right? I was warned to not use too much because you can burn plants, but that's with people that are using soil with nutrition in it because there's saponins and stuff in the product as well that obviously are going to help your nutrients go a little bit farther than they would anyway. So when you have nutrition in your medium, like most soil growers do, there's a tendency to burn your plants. And Joint warned me about that. He's like, dude, don't use too much. But see, I'm in cocoa. I'm 100% inert. So
Yeah, I would tell you to use liberally, man. Like when you think you're probably using too much, like go right ahead and add more. Like that's how most organic nutrients are, and it's just like You
Well,
know,
there's a point of saturation as well, and then I'm worried about like too much building up in the cocoa, especially like bottom feeding, right? Like how much do they really need? So there's just going to be a little bit of playing around to kind of figure. I actually think I have a good grasp on it now. Now that I've seen like I've been feeding all my plants it. The joint seedlings or whatever, they're doing just fine because they haven't had a high demand for nutrition yet. But the stuff I have that are bigger are fucking hungry. And 1.2, 1.3 EC wasn't working, so I had to bump it up to like 1.5. Now my base water is starting at zero point 0.7, which is like 350 ppm. I have shitty water here, so don't let that fool you when you're trying to measure EC. If you're starting with a heavy mineral count, you, you can count that, but you don't want to count it, if you know what I mean. Like you want to take it into account, but you don't want to use that to get to measure like how strong your nutrients are, if that makes sense.
it does. It does. I mean, like those minerals exist, and you are giving them to the plant, but it's not like it's not.
It's not full like MPK, you know what I
No,
mean? Like
no.
so
In a lot of cases, though, it's a lot of usable calcium.
yeah, yeah, and I had the water tested here. That's exactly what it is. It's just loaded with fucking sodium bicarbonate. So
Yeah, that's just that stuff's not bad, but yeah, man, should be fun to watch, man. Excited to see it step into the old organic ring.
yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I have high hopes. A little nervous, not gonna lie. This is something new. I'm, not in 100% control. Starting to have the shakes. No, I'm just kidding. But I think that in the end, it's gonna work out just fine. It's gonna take some
Oh yeah,
dialing in and a little bit of a learning curve.
nah, you're gonna crush it, knock it out of the park on your first one. Then you're gonna come back and be like, "Damn, I can't believe how much better my weed
Yeah,
tastes."
you'll never get me to say that, because like I told you before, all my buddies grow organic, and guess whose bud they're asking for when it's fucking ready to go. So
I know, dude. I hear you. Like we've always said, I do think it's largely a product of your after harvest care, in
yeah,
in terms of
yeah, and
smoke quality.
I take a less is more approach too. I think a lot of salt growers fall into the trap of trying to do too much and pushing the plants a little too hard with not the right environment, right? Look, I'll tell you right now, I didn't have a humidifier set up. My plants they're struggling. Like they're not at full
Yeah,
capacity.
yeah.
Like
I gotta I gotta set up my winter attic kind of setup. I'm doing the same thing where it's just like I don't have my humidifier up there. I was using it like for personal use, but I'm gonna sacrifice that for the plants. But at the very beginning, like their photos, they didn't need it. I thought, they just let them exist in
no,
40%
they don't
humidity.
technically need it, right? But you will get much slower growth
Oh yeah,
if your VPD isn't on par. And on the subject of VPD, for all you guys that are trying to control your grows with VPD, just stop, because you're all complaining about the swings and the transitions and all this stuff. Find a good humidity, find a good temperature, then find a good humidity that corresponds to that, and set your equipment that way. You'll get much better results. You'll actually achieve the VPD number that you're trying to achieve much easier than relying on the AC Affinity controller to control your gear based on VPD.
I
Rant
like it.
over.
I like it.
Well, I hear all these people that are struggling. Oh, I got the VPD set to this, and it's doing this, and it's all dude. It's because we've talked about it before. VPD correlates, like your humidity correlates to your temperature,
Yeah,
and that's the number you should be starting with first. Is your
set
fucking
your temperature.
temperature.
Yeah,
Get your temperature right, match the humidity to that. Look at a chart. They're all over the place. You don't need to set it based on a VPD number. It just doesn't work like as intended. And
yeah.
it'll get you to the finish line. I'm not telling you it won't. but you're going to see a lot of swings. And if you pay attention enough to that graph, look, I'm telling you right now, firsthand experience, I've been fucking with it. It doesn't work as intended. I just said scrapped it all and set it based on what I wanted, and it's holding solid. So
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna have to bring everything up there and literally put my foot on the gas and get this thing into gear here.
Yep.
We got a
10
good
more
question.
days
Sorry.
till
What'd
the
you
grow along beginning is done. So
Yeah,
got
really, you
10
gotta
more
pop your
days.
beans, guys. Pop your beans. If you got
I'm
them,
tempted to pop some more,
pop
man.
them.
There's a lot of good shit in there.
I know, there is. Got an interesting question I want to address real quick. First is if I grow a meat terps plant, should I feed it protein?
Yeah, only
Just
way
make sure
though.
your iron's on point.
I'm gonna go. That's not part of the NPK. I mean, you would think it would be like nitrogen, protein, and I don't know, Kool-Aid.
People make fish emulsions,
But
right? I'm sure you could
that's
make
not what
like
it
some
stands
sort
for.
of fucking, steak emulsion that would be beneficial. I don't fucking know.
Dude, I'm sure in some way you could, but
Yeah,
let's
now
not think too hard
we're,
about it.
we're just
Just
talking like idiots.
don't. I don't think that's going to help you. Meat terps are a result of genetics, my friend.
That's right. That's right.
And you know,
I
if you want meat terps, I
I
can tell
once
you
got
where to get some.
kicked out of a Reddit group for saying that some kid was asking how like what he could use to enhance the terps of his already harvested weed, like if he could like spray shit on it. And this was way before spray on terps were prominent. He was like, you've heard the old like orange peel thing and all this shit, and I was like, you're a fucking idiot if you're gonna try to do anything like that to your fucking weed.
Oh, the orange peel trick, like, honestly ruins the weed. Like, it works for the intended purpose, which is to, like, rehydrate the weed, but then it just smells and tastes like oranges,
I'll just
which
take
is
my weed dry before I
okay, but
rehydrate it like that.
not even in the way that, like, weed tastes like oranges. It just tastes like the fruit oranges.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like good orange terps, but naturally occurring orange terps. Thank you.
There's a difference between, like, it smelling like the actual thing and, like, us saying, like, well, this weed smells a little bit like this real life thing. It's like, but at the end of the day, like, it still smells like weed. And, like, to the uninitiated, the, like, non connoisseur, like, the non educated nose, right? The average person would just smell a jar and be like, yeah, that smells like weed.
Yeah, yeah, you know,
Most
Like,
of the time. I'd
you
say
know,
some tangies you
meat
definitely
terps,
get
fruit terps.
people saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, that's orange."
a little
yeah,
fruity.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
there's
buy
like
it.
what I think what Cap's trying to say is like there's no mistaking like nobody's gonna
Right.
mistake that for anything other than cannabis, right?
Yeah,
Is that what you
Right.
yeah.
mean?
And
Hmm.
we like to really dive into, like, what is the differentiation between these different strains that we're looking at. And I mean, I can certainly tell the difference between the smells. And I mean, we can see that science backs that up with, like, the terpene reports and stuff like that too. But man, end of the day, I think, like, half the people out there, we all know that one person too who we try to, like, share what we grow with and be like, man, and this one smells like, tastes like this, it's called blueberry muffins, and they're just like, yeah, no, it smells like weed.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't see what you're talking about at all.
Uneducated fools.
I know, that's what makes us different, guys. That's why we gather here in
Yeah.
this dark corner of the internet. And
I have a friend who's actually probably listening to this show. You know who you are. He calls everything Kush. Just like he
yeah,
just smokes. Yeah, he just likes weed. Like he doesn't know
just
anything
it's
about
like, it's like the word he associates with, like, the good stuff, stuff that makes him extra high.
yeah.
Yeah, but if you're gonna choose a word for that, I don't know. Kush is part of like this. It's like calling everything haze.
Some people do that. Some people do that. G3.
I guess I do.
I know they do. But
Ah, spread the education, my loves.
that's we're trying. We're trying. But speaking of which, I heard you had a little bit of like a personal safety thing you wanted
Oh,
to get
yeah, yeah,
into.
yeah. Yes, yes. I just wanted to quickly touch on some safety stuff. This was brought up kind of in a joking way in the Discord today, but I was just like, oh, we haven't talked about safety in a little while. So we've talked about fire safety,
Always.
we've talked about electrical safety. Now we're going to talk about just the ins and outs of dealing with your grow and how to keep your body functioning long term, even though you're growing plants inside. So
Okay.
yeah, there's just a couple of real easy things you can do to make sure that you're not like, burning out your retinas. So, first one, and I think one of the most important. So, the one of the most important I think is wearing grow glasses. Like your lights are replicating the sun. And I'm pretty sure you were taught as a kid not to look at the sun. So, wear some glasses, save your eyeballs. It's just those lights are so intense. And even if you think to yourself, oh, I'm just going to glance in there without them, or especially if you're working in there long term and you're like even glancing at those lights while they're on, you're doing significant damage to your eyes.
You're
And that's
100% right.
going to build up over time and you're going to really, your eyesight's going to suffer sooner than later. So it's real easy to get glasses. They're not expensive. AC Infinity has some. You can use code Cultivation for an extra 15% off. But like there's a whole bunch of different companies. If you want to like go hardcore, you can get some Method 7s, There's all sorts of different companies you can wear. Even if you're wearing, like, I wouldn't recommend just wearing sunglasses, but that's better than nothing. But
Yeah,
Why not?
I'm a
Why is
just
that?
wearing sunglasses guy. Here's why I will tell you why she's pretty much partially right. Like you're not going to get a real world view of your plants with sunglasses on. You're just not. Grow glasses are designed to block that light while still giving you that real world view
Gotcha.
of your plants.
mhm.
So that being said, I just rock regular sunglasses and then I kind of like, you know, move them around and it's not ideal. I have had grow glasses. I just,
I just put on the sunglasses and then like at the really important part, I take them off and I stare directly at my grow lights until I can see like little purple and green spots that just kind of form
it's
all
not
around the
ideal.
field of my
She's
vision.
100% right. Like you should have a decent pair of grow glasses. What is it? I didn't even know AC. Of course, AC Infinity has fucking grow glasses. How much are they?
Mhm. I don't know. I'd have to look on their website. They're not expensive, though.
Yeah, yeah. I will say I've been actually thinking about picking up their heater.
Oh, me too.
I think it's really convenient, right? It's got a
Yo,
fucking tube on it. You just
E3.
stick into the fucking tent.
And it makes like it can be plugged into your controller 69 or whatever, and it has that heat probe, the temperature probe sensor, and it's just
I mean,
it seems so much safer than having a heater in your tent.
Yeah,
yeah,
space
but I
heater.
could DIY it, but honestly, it's just more of a hassle. Like here's what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about building like a little box for a radiator here and then putting like a small fan, like a blower, and then just blow the air in that way. And people are like, "Oh my god, like a heater in a box. A radiator heater is never gonna get hot enough to fucking combust anything." But go through all that, and you still gotta like if you don't. I don't think I have a small enough fan that I'd have to buy another fan, right? So at that point, the heater is only like $100, right? And it should. I don't want to heat my whole office, right? It's kind of ridiculous. I think that I don't know. I think it'll do but mighty fine for your average size tent,
Hmm.
right? What's it like a hundred
Yeah.
bucks?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
$99,
I'm
and I
looking at it
think
right
during
here.
their
Let me
Black
bring it up.
Friday sale, you can stack
Oh
the
shit.
cultivation
That's
discount on
right.
top of it. So Black Friday sales plus stackable 15%. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's free shipping over $99. So
Yeah,
a heater and some glasses.
I think it's
Yo, I
definitely on my
forgot
list.
Black Friday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna actually
Stock
see
up.
some real Black Friday deals? I feel like the last couple of years have been really disappointing with like everybody. I don't just mean AC Infinity. I mean like I haven't seen any like deals that like blow me out of the water. Like remember those deals back in the day, man?
Oh yeah. I mean, what you mean, like the type of at Best Buy where you would actually feel justified in trampling your elderly neighbor for that deal on a
Dude,
flat
I had a
screen?
lady that tried to tackle me fucking over a waffle iron that I wasn't even trying to buy. I'm not even kidding you. I was just near the fucking thing and she like
That's
this little
mine,
yeah.
motherfucker.
She's like, I'm getting that waffle iron. You go, girl. I don't want the fucking thing. I was there for something else. I don't remember. I think it was like a PlayStation
Well,
4 or something.
you know, I I don't know if we will see those types of deals really ever again, but I do think it's cool. Like, I mean, we get better deals on Black Friday than we seem to the rest of the year, and especially when they're going to let you stack, creator coupons with this stuff too. So
I like that.
it's cool, man. And honestly, this is not that much more expensive than like a shitty little space heater either. Like this is like $99 and it's in stock. Good lord, I'm adding to the bag. Adding to the bag right now, son.
I like the fact that it doesn't take up tent real estate, right? Because you guys know I don't really grow in tents that
Yeah.
often. So I've never had the need for something like this. Normally I would just fucking, do something else. But I don't want to put I have a 3x3. I don't have real estate for a fucking heater. I have real estate to stick a fucking hose in there though.
Well, it's I agree, man. I got a tower fan, and that takes up enough room. I don't like anything else in there. Like, well, I got, let's see, a humidifier in there too.
I was looking at this though. See that? Can you enlarge that? Click on it, enlarge the
Well, this
picture.
one,
Yeah, the one you're looking at now. They got a lot of shit, man. I was looking at this earlier. Like, there's
they
like
sure do.
things I never even knew they had. That,
The
um,
ecosystem, holy cow, is a
yeah.
So they got
whole
the air conditioner
universe
now.
now.
Oh, the humidifiers. I haven't seen those yet.
Oh yeah, that went around
I
for a
have one
while.
of their
Got to be
humidifiers.
coming
They're
out.
great.
Really?
Yeah, I
Yours are
love
the
mine.
D hue that we're kind of
So
waiting
The
for.
D hue
I
they do
gotta
not
be
have,
honest with you.
I don't
I'm
think.
kind of so I've been building like a DIY humidifier for a while, and I can't really recommend doing that anymore to anybody with that fucking thing. I'm kind of pissed because I had to go out and pick up a few things to get this thing set up, and then I saw that like the humidifier is like $70. Now it doesn't really hold a lot. I know they make bigger ones. That's the one thing that I can say about my DIY solution is it holds gallons. Um, but I mean, I pretty fucking pretty nifty little
Yeah, yeah.
humidifier. Yeah.
Mhm.
As much as I like to rip on them in a good natured way, that's good looking grow products at the very least, and they're of higher quality than you'll find in most places. So if there were one company trying to be a one stop shop for your growing needs, they're doing a pretty good job.
Well, I like what I see what they're doing. They're going after companies like what's the one? The Pulse,
Mhm.
fucking. There's like a whole bunch of other ones.
Yeah,
I'm
Pulse
pretty baked
Pro.
here. This is my second joint, so I'm pretty high. The hell's the other one there that everybody fucking goes with? Christ, I fucking set up dozens of the things.
Like Troll
Troll
Master.
Master, Jesus
Yeah, yeah,
Christ,
yeah.
thank you. That's what they're trying to do, and like if you look into the pricing of like what they're offering, it's way fucking cheaper. Now, it's not quite as intuitive as some of those other softwares, but I think they're getting there.
It's more
we
like
rip on them. We rip on
plug
them a
and
lot,
play
but
too. Like
yeah,
you can have some parts of it and not you don't have to use everything. Like you can
yeah.
just you know
In a lot
I
of ways,
think
they're like the
it's kind of
Apple
nice.
of the grow world. Like
Mhm.
it products are just good enough. The ecosystem is pretty fucking nifty. It is like you said, plug and
And they're
play.
trying to make it idiot proof too, which is the
Yeah.
it's very much an Apple thing to do. Like, make sure your grandma's able to use the phone just as easily as you are. Well, it's like
Well, like, we still have people that can't set their fucking fans right.
we need the robots to do that for us, unfortunately. We always
Does anybody
will.
in the chat pick one of those up? I'm interested to see how it like works. Like I watched a video on it and somebody went through like a demo of it, but like that's cool, but does it actually work like it's intended to work? Like if you set it to veg, like what's its ideal veg temperature?
Yeah,
Does
I
it
don't
know?
know.
Is it going by like old like grow weed easy facts where like
gets,
they
gets it from like Nebula Haze, like old
yeah,
posts
like
from
you know what I mean?
2018.
Because there are still people running like their grows at like 74,
That's
75
so
degrees
funny.
because that's what they got regurgitated info on the internet. But with
That's
LEDs, you need to run
yeah.
warmer. Do they
That's
even know
that's what
that?
AI would do is just
Yeah.
scour like old like outdated posts from from forums and get like a summary of it
Yeah. So,
and just use
kind of
that.
curious.
Yeah, that's I mean, from what they advertise, it's like it learns your environment and bases like there's certain like schedules that it builds out from like what is your temperature. And that would be the way to do it, like we say, like, adjust your humidity to your temperature. And if you're the type of, I mean, every person's grow environment's a little bit different. Like, we all have a different like ambient temperature, just based on where are you? Where's your grow located? And from what I understand, it's supposed to learn about your grow a little bit and base it on that. So I don't know, man. Could be could be fucking awesome. Really, we'll have to get someone who has it that needs to let us know.
How much is it?
Oh, that AI thing. I don't know. Let's see.
Because the 69 Pro controller is what, 150 bucks? Somebody tell me.
169. I don't know.
I'm terrible at remembering this
I
shit.
can't remember.
I suffer from CRS.
Too much.
Can't remember shit.
I don't even see it on here.
The Pro Plus one, the Wi-Fi one. Anyway,
Yeah, right. I can't find anything on. They
That's all
changed their website, so I'm like totally thrown off at where everything is. But in any case, do we have a terp school tonight, G3?
We do. Yep.
Thank God. I can't wait.
All right. So tonight we're going to learn about humulene.
Hell
Yay,
yeah.
humulene.
That's
So
a rare
humulene
one.
used to be called alpha karyophylline, similar to our friend beta karyophylline. So they are sesquiterpenes. They have the same chemical formula, which is C15H24, if you're really concerned about that. They just have different structures. So as we know, they can have, when they're the same formula, different structures, they can have similar yet slightly different effects, but they often smell very similar. It actually smells kind of similar to beta karyophylline, and it's often found in the same strains that beta karyophylline is found in. So they're
Okay.
kind of like sister terpenes a little bit. So this is actually named after, and Cap, this one's for you, if I can pronounce this correctly, Humulus lupulus. Does that sound familiar to you? That is our friend, the hops plant.
No
Yay.
shit.
But
Yeah, I
humulene
was
is
gonna
named
say.
after hops.
Oh.
Yep, so it has a very herbal, hoppy aroma to it.
Interesting.
hmm So hops has a ton of humulene or alpha karyophylline in it. So just like all of our other terpene friends, it's very anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, anti-pain. It's antibacterial, especially against E. coli and some of the staph bacterias.
Well,
there's a lot of people that don't like that terpene. I kind of dig it.
Humulene.
Yeah.
Is that like a? Do you think that would smell to your nose as like a little bit like of an astringent. Like hops, when if you ever smell fresh hops and you get them, pellets or otherwise, and you smell them, they're like, it's almost like cat pissy. Some of them,
Yeah,
they can be
kind
very
of.
piney, cat pissy, kind of like sharp. They have those high notes.
Yes, sharp. I would definitely use sharp as a good way to
And
define it.
yeah, no, that's like you said, antibacterial too, antimicrobial. Like that's exactly what hops are used in the brewing process for too. It's like a preservative,
Yeah, one
natural,
of the
natural.
interesting things they're studying about it now, especially in pharmacokinetics, which is kind of the study of how drugs move through the body, is that humulene helps different things distribute very quickly through the body itself. So it like supercharges how fast something can move through your body, which is really interesting in dealing with in big pharma and even little pharma, finding a way to drive medications further and faster so they have an effect faster and they're treating you better. The number one reason people love humulene is because it suppresses your appetite. This is the
Oh,
munchie killer. So if you're the person
really?
who is going to like devour everything in your kitchen when you get the munchies, humulene stops that. You'll get significantly less munchies, especially when it's combined with THCV. So the two of them together, they call it like diet weed. You won't eat. You just won't care about it. So very different from that
Interesting.
munchy driven extravaganza that you can find in other things like myrcene. Myrcene makes you want to eat. So yeah.
So I'm like we had that's super interesting, G3. First of all, but I have to. I'm trying to parse it out now. Like you said, THCV. Well, hold on. And Nicholas had the same question as I do, I think, which is that like you would find that in like a Durban poison, probably, but I'm confusing that with THCV. One is like
One's a
they're not the
cannabinoid,
same
the
thing.
other's a terpene. Yeah, so
Yes, they're
they're
not the
they're
same thing.
slightly different. They just both have this one overlapping feature in that they both suppress appetite. So you can find a lot of like humulene in like GSC and headband and ice cream cake. A lot of those types of strains have a lot of humulene in them.
Word.
Yeah, but find a strain that combines that with THCV and you're like up, focused,
Which
rocking and
is
rolling and
yeah,
not
That's like
hungry.
generally a sativa leaning something.
Yeah.
that's like taking that. What's that new drug that all the celebrities are taking? Like dropping 100 pounds overnight.
Oh yeah.
Ozempic.
Yeah, it's
Ozempic.
like the
Yeah.
Ozempic.
We'll probably get fucking flagged for just saying it. Fucking dude, listen, if anybody knows it, you got to take that the rest of your life. It's not just like a one and done
Really?
thing.
Oh,
Plus, you get
Jesus,
that
man.
like weird Ozempic face, and like it makes
Get all
differences in how
gaunt
your body
looking.
looks. It's weird.
Yeah, fuck
It's
that,
weird.
man. Just combine
You're beautiful the way you
THCV
are.
and some humulene, and you
Yeah,
won't have any appetite.
and don't go raid your kitchen for
But
snacks.
it is super. Like I do notice that there are some strains make me a fiend
Yes.
at night for food, and it's like to the point where I wake up and like I feel sick. What did I even eat last night? Like how much of it, and like
Right. Like
probably wasn't a good
you're looking to
combination.
eat things that you wouldn't normally be like, "Oh, I really want that." Like you'll
Yeah,
make an exception because
yeah,
you're so damn hungry because you've got the worst munchies.
yes, and it's like stuff just the worst things will taste better, and then like you just want to constantly be like the act of eating is I don't know, it's comforting in
Yeah.
some way, but then like there's also strains that make you not want to eat at all, and like that must be
Humulene
the
or
secret right there.
THCV. Yeah. Another good way to kind of trick your body and when you're dealing with high munchy strains, before you smoke or consume in whatever way, if you drink a big glass of cold water, it will help because
When
your
you think
body
you're super
often
hungry.
mistakes thirst for hunger. And that will also help kind of fill your stomach. So it's just kind of a way to trick your body into not giving into the munchies
I like
if you
it.
don't happen to have a high humulene strain.
I like it. Just saying, the water is not going to satisfy my craving for gummy worms when I'm high as a kite at 11 p.m.
No, but maybe instead of eating a whole bag, you'll eat half the
Yeah,
bag.
all right, gotcha. But I'm still gonna have to like put on shoes in my pajama pants and walk to the local gas station and like interact with the cashier. My eyes bloodshot as a motherfucker, just
You
like,
guys get them
I'm here
that
for
cool ass gas station though. The
my
fuck was
midnight candy
the
trip.
fuck was it called? Fucking
Wawa, dude.
The
Wawa.
Wawa. Wawa's
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
best.
dude.
Oh,
We
the
we got
best.
yeah.
we got a few things similar up here, but nothing
You're right.
nothing as good as
Wawa's
that.
cool as shit. Like the one near me too is always like that. There's some like stoner kid working there at midnight when I go
That's
there
like
high
every
too,
convenience store, I
and
think,
he
though.
just kind of gives me that nod of approval. Like,
Hey man,
I know the
I
feeling.
know why you're here, man.
The kid
Munchie
at
run,
Wawa
huh?
thinks you're cool.
Munchie run.
I didn't try any of their sandwiches, but they look decent for a
For
fucking gas
listen,
station.
like for a gas station, it is like it's better than fast food in a lot of cases, and
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
as good, if not better. I mean, it's
yeah,
just more convenient. You're
yeah.
there, you know.
I liked the wall of like rolling papers and cones like behind them, like fucking,
Oh yeah.
like it was good selection. Yeah, that's the thing I
Just
noticed
wait till
most.
they carry. They got beer now, which I never thought I'd see
What?
at
Not in the ones
Wawa.
near
Yeah,
me.
yeah, at Wawa. Oh, they should. All of them do now.
No. I mean, I was at a Wawa this morning.
Are
They
you
certainly did
sure?
not have beer.
Are you sure you just weren't looking?
All right, I'll look tomorrow morning and report back. But I'm
I
pretty sure there was no
swear, I
beer.
swear.
Report back,
But
soldier.
I swear.
I'm
But
pretty
like,
sure.
just wait till like you can go there and buy some cannabis too.
Someday. Dare to
Probably
dream.
be like corporate cannabis, but nonetheless.
I mean, a lot of gas stations have places you could buy weed anyway. It's just that like Delta 9 garbage that'll kill you.
It's that spice crap, that
Yeah, it's the like fake.
K2.
I swear, this is cannabis.
You can buy like the whatever that fucking Delta 9 weed like all over the place in gas stations in, like New Hampshire and up here.
hmm
I don't
Yeah,
want none of that stuff. The
gas
fake,
station
it's
weed.
all fake stuff, man. I don't trust any of it.
No. No, I don't trust anything being sold at a fucking convenience store.
No.
No thanks. I mean, like as far as
No.
cannabis goes, anyway.
Old
Yeah.
school. Now, if it's not coming out of my own garden, shit. Gotta really
I'm
think
skeptical of
twice.
anything like these days. You know,
I've seen some pictures, that like leak from like corporate grows out there, and like they are horrendous.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
And you really have to wonder sometimes if like your local dispo is doing business with these types of places. You
well,
just
a lot of it's
don't know.
remediated, so you just don't know.
Yeah.
You'll never know, man. The only way to truly know what's in your cannabis is to grow your own, and if you are one of the unfortunate souls like myself out there in G3 living in prohibition land, then you're just gonna have to say, you know what? Some rules are meant to be fucking broken.
Yep, and this is not legal advice.
Here,
No,
here.
I am not
No.
your lawyer, but I'm your life coach. You will not. You will never regret the chances you never took, son. Wait, is that how they say it? Or you will regret the chances you never took. You just gotta dive in, man. See how it goes. Like, if this interests you, if you find yourself stuck in the dispensary loop, spending way too much money on this stuff, then like you just got to take it upon yourself to do what the founding fathers would have done.
Toss
Throw a
some
bunch
tea in the
of-
harbor.
throw a bunch of shit in the harbor and say fuck you.
I mean, you can legit get started for less than $300, and I'm talking light tent exhaust fan.
Really, that's all you need, bare bones.
Yep. bare bones, and fucking you can get a pot at fucking Home Depot or a 5 gallon
Yeah.
bucket or whatever. I mean, you know, it don't take a whole lot. And if you do it right, even with like $100 light, you should still be able to produce enough medicine to fucking get you by.
To grow just one plant, like if you really think, about it, like, if you're not a fiend like myself, grow, and you don't smoke like an unreasonable amount of cannabis, and you're like a normal person's amount, you could probably get by on one plant and then just grow another, right? Let's
Yeah.
say you harvest like, I don't know, 4 or 5 ounces from that one plant.
It's already
Post on
paying
that.
for itself compared to dispensary prices.
Oh, yeah.
One grow,
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
already in the black.
One grow. One
In the
successful
green,
grow.
G3.
Black and red.
No, we're gonna go with in the green.
We're in
All
the,
right.
yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to make that official. Sorry, I'm wicked.
We call it Green Friday.
I like it. Yep.
Doesn't
All
have the
right,
same
be in the
ring
green.
to it, though. Every Friday is Green Friday in my world.
What do the Amish call weed? What do they call it? Green corn? Somebody was telling me this a while back. Yeah, they got a weird fucking name for it. Like, I don't know.
Well,
Anyway.
I've told you, I've seen them at like Canifest and stuff in the state, and they definitely view it as like a cash crop kind of thing. I mean, if there were anyone,
I mean,
that
have you
would-
seen how much money these MSOs are making? It is
Yeah.
a cash crop.
Sure is.
But
I
it's a
think
race
just-
to the bottom. I'm telling you, I'm already seeing it. Like, a lot of these guys are going down. You can't sustainably sell weed at a loss and stay in business. There's only so far that goes. Like, when the investment money runs out, when the seed money runs out, that's it. Like, if you're not turning a profit, they're not going to give you more to keep going.
I'm
And-
sure a lot of the MSOs are freaking out right now because of Florida as well. With that not passing,
Oh, in
They-
Florida? Yeah.
I'm sure they had things set up to ready to go. And
Oh, I can guarantee you there was a lot of money, and that's why I'm surprised that it didn't fucking pass.
Well, thank God it didn't, man.
56% or something like that, right?
Yeah,
They were only
it-
4% away.
Yeah, it has to get to 60. I don't even know the details behind it. I'm sure it probably would have been bullshit. But like we've talked about this before. Like, if it isn't right. I honestly, I'm ignorant on what they had proposed.
I'm pretty sure they had no home grow, and it was kind of set up
well,
in a
then
way
I'm-
that would allow
Yeah.
one
Then
of
I'm
the
glad it
MSOs
didn't
to
pass.
kind of be a monopoly.
Then I'm glad it
So
didn't
it was
pass.
not. It was not a good
a
bill.
Because it's
friendly
much
bill.
harder to change laws once they're already put in place.
Yes, it was not a good bill.
Yeah, and I'm glad it didn't. There's
Yeah,
no
it was
home grow
essentially
involved. I'm
handing-
totally against it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a
It was
fuck what
handing the
listener
whole
is.
industry over to MSOs.
Wow, I can't
Yeah.
believe it was that close from being fucking
And
passed.
it was like,
Jesus Christ.
a lot of them, from what I understand, like the one is from Florida, so she contributed like a shit ton to certain political campaigns and was like, really hoping to get this deal
was
pushed
like-
through.
What a
Like,
fucking shame.
Millions and millions and millions of dollars sunk into this.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I'm glad. I hope they're fucking people that are fucking kicking a can right now because I'm serious. Because it's just greed on like a lot of their
Yeah.
parts, and then there's a lot of corruption involved, knocking out like the mom and pops. But I can report you're seeing it around here. The mom and pops are the ones that are actually thriving. I've seen multiple MSOs that were operating in Massachusetts have shut their doors. So that's good because it was a race to the bottom. Like, people don't even realize these guys are allotted canopy space, right? It's all about canopy space, and they're expected to produce X amount of pounds or grams, whatever, per canopy space, right? And if they're not selling that amount, they're not allowed to keep their canopy space. So most of these guys were selling flower at a loss just to be able to keep their canopy space, hoping that like it'll get better because they're already like, past the point of no return. So they just keep going, and then the money runs out, and guess what? The doors close. So fuck them all. Fuck your farms. I gotta get that hat.
Fuck your farms.
There's a fucking. I saw it at
Yeah, it's a big middle
in,
finger.
in Canada, and not in Canada, in fucking California. Smoke another one, monster. At Emerald Cup, there was somebody who was wearing the hat. Fuck your farms. I was like, yeah, I like that shit, dude. I'm vibe with that. Fuck your farms.
You know, I get it. Like, I get it. I just want to smoke my weed. I'm at that point. No one's gonna grow meat terps like I do.
Yeah, back to the bottom line. If there ain't no home grow, fuck it. I'm glad it didn't pass. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I don't know. End of the day, I don't worry about. I don't like. This is again. I am your life coach. So like take this as a little bit of political advice too. Like, don't worry about the stuff you can't control. Just do what you're gonna do. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. Like
I
that's
live.
just
Yeah,
live your life.
that's a great one. I say it all the time.
Just live your life and don't worry about what's going on and the votes and like who's the puppet in charge this 4 years. Or it's just like don't worry, just keep your head down and do you. Like if you had plans that they shouldn't have changed, don't sweat the things you can't control. So and yeah, go plant another seed too. That'll make you feel better.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Plant 3. Go plant a couple reg seeds.
Speaking of seeds, shout out to fucking Rooter Alistair of Craft and Cannabis.
Yeah.
Right, dude.
Oh, Rudy's awesome.
I mean, dude, some of the shit that he sent in that fucking package looks very intriguing. to me.
Honestly, right? Like, I read. Well, I know he sent you the paperwork that came with it.
Yeah, that was the other thing. It was like
Here,
over
too.
the top.
Like
Dude.
a menu with
Yeah.
full descriptions of everything. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I gotta say, as if you're gonna do the work, you gotta do the work. As like, and
I had no
Just-
idea he was putting in all that work. I said to him, I said, damn, dude, you're putting in the fucking work, huh?
reading the descriptions make you want to grow the beans.
Yes.
It's like
He
if
has that
you're a-
moss agate and that moonstone in there that I'm like salivating over.
if you're a breeder, okay, listen, again, free life coaching from the captain. Okay, like just you have a backstory. Why did you want to create this cross? Like, what about it made you want to do this project? If you don't have a description, if you don't have some pictures,
Yeah.
probably not going to grow it.
The descriptions were incredible. You could you could tell the intention and everything.
Yeah, and they sound fire.
Description, great. Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
local-
he even included
local
pros
skunk
and
the
cons for some of
AK-47.
them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Local
There's a few of those.
47,
Yeah, that local. I think it's funny you mentioned that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got my eye as well.
That Thai one too. That looked
yeah.
awesome.
There's definitely something in there that will be making its way into my garden soon.
Yeah. And yeah, 'cause, great work. Hats off to him. I got to get that episode out into the world.
Great guy too, man.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and shout out to the whole crew over there,
Yeah,
Craft and Cannabis.
Craft
That was a
and
fun
Cannabis.
episode.
It was.
Indeed.
We'll do it
Indeed.
again soon.
Can you believe it's been an hour, guys? Like
It's always a fucking hour, dude. It just flies by.
more than an hour, almost an hour, 20 minutes. So we'll put the brakes on for tonight. As you just lit another.
No, this is my second. I'm just like he keeps going out.
He's
so,
nursing it.
Yeah.
But we want to thank everyone who joined us live, as always. We want to encourage everyone who's not on the Discord to like look yourself in the mirror. What are you even doing at this point? Like, you got to get on there. Just
Fucking
do it.
great.
Suck
Look
it up.
yourself in the mirror.
Sack up and come on the Discord. We're all there. We're hanging out. It's kind of taken over as like the new Instagram. I wish it weren't that way. If I were being honest, I thought Instagram was a much more like open kind of community, whereas Discord is like everyone's a little bit. They have their own little space here, and it doesn't connect so well with like the spaces out there.
The thing I will say that Discord has an advantage over Instagram is it's like you're instantly communicating with people
Yeah.
as opposed to like sending messages and waiting for replies. You're like throwing shit out into the ocean and there's multiple people that can reply. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree
I
with that. Once you're in like someone's server, and once you like, let's say you hop on into ours tomorrow, and I don't know you from Joe Schmo, and you happen to message me through Discord, like it's honestly it'll show up it'll like I'll get the message over anything else, like probably even easier than I'd get an email at this point. It's a little
Yeah.
more personal once you are in that server. So, just like an old AOL chat room, guys.
Yeah, it's super fun. Come show off your plants.
Yeah. Show
Yeah,
off your
we had
plants.
somebody new pop in today. Might as well give this dude a quick
Bro,
fucking shout
Can
out.
I bring up his plants real quick?
I think you
before I
should,
bring
dude,
music?
honestly.
Like I'm like,
It's flabbergasting.
all right,
Kid fucking crushed it.
all right.
First grow.
First, well, he allegedly G3. I have my
Caps calling this
doubts.
guy a liar.
No, I'm not. Like,
No.
he says it's his first grow. I want to give him the old benefit of the doubt. But holy shit!
He knocked it out of the park.
If this were your first grow, how would you feel?
I think I would weep with joy.
Great training.
Right?
Lollipopping, right?
He's got it all going
Beautiful.
on. 2 sets
Yeah.
of scrog nets,
Fucking look at those donkey dicks, man.
right? Couple earth boxes. He's got.
There was
the,
another photo that was even more stunning. There was a better view.
Yeah, the field view.
Yeah, this one.
That one.
Yeah. Bam.
Come
mean,
on.
The kid's got like easily over 3 pounds, probably 4 pounds of weed there.
Those are some.
He crushed it.
Some
Yeah.
nice looking colas right there.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir. You absolutely killed it.
Yeah, man. First grow.
Yeah.
Again, I want to take my hat off to you,
he
sir.
should be honored because I think this is the first non-Patreon grow we've ever showed on the show. Because he just popped in and was like, bam, like slapped his dick on the table. Like,
Right?
here you
I
go.
know, right? It's like, how would you feel if this were your first? I'd be popping into random servers and
Seriously.
popping my dick on the table. Like, take a look at this, fellers. You ever seen anything like this? But for real though, this
Kid
is
crushed it.
impressive.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna lie. Like he posted this, and we were in the pre-show chat, G3 and I, and he posted, and I'm just like, well, if this fucking guy, I don't think this is his first grow. I don't know. So we even did a little reverse Google image search, just because we didn't know you, man. Just new face, but. No, I can't match nothing. This is your picture. You took it. Your weed. First grow. Congratulations.
Yeah. If that don't make you want to fucking grow some weed, then I don't know what does.
Right? If you can do that. Like, this, listen, he said it was a 5x5. I forget what else. He had like a Diablo light, a couple other specs he put in there. But it's like, again, the investment of less than I don't know, if you were like me, 2 months worth of dispensary weed prices, lay that out and you'll have jars full.
Yeah. He nailed it. Really did.
But yeah, really. So come join us. If you got great pictures to post when you
Yeah, come on in. Slap
pop
your dick
into
on the table.
Discord. Dude,
I had to say it. I'm sorry.
I meant plant pictures. Jesus. I'm gonna get some really
It was
a
what
weird shaped looking plant. Oh my god. What is that?
Please don't send us your dick pics.
That's not what I meant. That's fucking. I guess you could. I guess be some we have some sickos that could interpret it like that, but yeah.
No, come show us what you got, guys, and hang out with us. More importantly, we're all just weirdos like you, looking for a place to hang out and post plant pics. So, and yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you all. Appreciate you guys.
A pleasure as always.
Oh,
Yep.
yes, pleasure's all mine. Thank you, G3 and Monster.
Thanks,
Until
Cap.
next
Thank you,
week,
G3.
of course, you know the damn rules. Don't get caught.